September the 21st. Well, I guess it's true. It's out there. Hood Trophy BINO says he's no longer with Chrisean Rock. I'm single. But I think what took the cake was she found herself with another Blueface. Because if y'all go back and she did that live. And I want to say thank you to Everything Entertainment for bringing us this news. So when she did that live, she pulled up at the studio about her sucking on his toes. It was after they broke up and he packed all his stuff. And um he posted that and he was like, I'm sorry, this and that. And she said, no, you don't. He said, I love you. She said, no, you don't. And she said, I told you I feel like we move too fast. It's some things that you still want to do, and some things I still want to do. I think everybody was thinking that she planned on going back to Blueface. I don't think for a second if she planned on going back to Blueface, but if she do, she do. She gonna always have love for Blueface. And I think the problem was with Hood Trophy BINO was he kept seeing Blueface on the side of her face. And he kept wanting her to hurry up and get it tattooed off when she kept telling him, people was telling her how it was going to hurt. And you know, she was quick to call him her husband. And she was quick to let him meet Chrisean Jesus. But who don't do that? When you in love, when everything first go that way, you thinking everything when it first started out, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Then it just don't come that way. And that I think that's what it is. Because see, I knew something was wrong because he had went to a Chris Brown concert and everybody was asking him where was Chrisean. And he said, baby not with me right now. She was on a plane back to Baltimore to get Lulu back to Chastity. And because she had a show to do, a booking to do in Baltimore, her and Tasiki. You know, she's on tour. And, you know, she don't hide her nanny and everything. You know, I think Chrisean is actually waking up and saying she no longer wants to be embarrassed. And Hood Trophy BINO, he does that. You know, like people were sitting there saying they think that he was doing all this for clout because he was going to the same jewelry store that Chrisean and Blueface went to. And he was just trying to scope out Chrisean. Because see, he came on to Chrisean and Chrisean was trying to run away from him. He was buying Chrisean all these gifts and stuff. Chrisean had never had that before. And it kind of had scared her. And like I said, when he didn't pop up at Chrisean booking and when we didn't see him, I said, oh, okay, something ain't right. And then I showed the internet and I see him say, it's saying Hood Trophy BINO says he is no longer with Chrisean Rock. I'm single. But it was also saying that it was just doing too much. They was popping out together and everything. And Who Trophy, BINO have baby mamas. It was their baby mama thing, all of that. And I think that was a little bit too much for CHRISEAN to handle. I think CHRISEAN found herself not wanting to go through the same thing that she was going through with BLUEFACE with Jaden. So yeah, that's what I think. This is my opinion. This is only for entertainment purposes, and I think that CHRISEAN just moving on. I think CHRISEAN moving on. I think CHRISEAN just doing her thing. She's working, trying to take care of her son, taking care of herself, and doing her. At first she was saying she don't need nobody. She got a husband now. Uh, for her child. She got a father for her child, but in reality, I just think CHRISEAN just getting back onto doing her thing. I think CHRISEAN gonna get back onto Kick eventually. Because I haven't seen CHRISEAN on Kick here lately. But she'll get back on there, and we'll see her on there. But I just think her and BINO probably just not for each other. Like she sit there and said they moved too fast, and she sit there and said that when she did that live that day, and she said everybody thought that she was trolling, but now that all this came out, so and he popping out saying he's single, so yeah, I guess that's just what it is. But whatever the case is, we gonna bless them, and we'll see what happens. But I don't see them getting back together. I see their part is over. But that's all I had to say, y'all. Bye.